Alright, I'll be analyzing my matches with Shakin. He is the #1 Grandmaster in Japan, Season 2. He was also a Grandmaster in Season 1. He normally plays on 0 ping, but in this NAW beta, he plays with roughly 100 MS, so it's different to what he's used to. What else? He's had about a month and a half off from Lost Ark PvP after the second season ended, and he also has a unique take on the cookie cutter Zerker build that most high level players run. Alright, let's just quickly take a look here at his POV, and then I'll switch to mine at some points.
おこれスロッツじゃない
So me, Fishing Sloth, and Twitch PvP Shakin. This is on NAWS. Let's see. So he went here and he waited. He waited for the summoner to finish casting his ulti, so he'll be vulnerable. Because as he is casting his ulti, he has immune to all CCs. So he's waiting here. If the summoner misplays, then he is able to catch this summoner right after the ulti or the awakening lands. And this is me trying to come up behind him. Okay, we can go over to my screen. So this is on my POV. Right here, I dashed behind him, and if I wasn't too scared, I could have instead used Stomp, which is Mountain Crash here, to stop him from casting here, and then go into an ulti to punish him, since he does have his blaster here, kind of covering him, so I have to be wary of that. So instead of going for the Stomp, I rolled there. That's just a super safe move. Over here, I see that he's knocked up, so I'm spinning back in to continue comboing on him. And then I reposition. And I got a Stomp here, so I went for an ulti. What he did there that was really nice was he went for the super armor, because he knows that he's gonna be caught by my ulti for sure. So he went with the super armor to prevent any play afterwards on his body, because he already did lose roll earlier. He was knocked up, and he did roll there, yes. So he went with the super armor and just tanked my ulti, because regardless he would have tanked my ulti. We have the blaster here. He was covering for Shakin. I didn't have my roll, so I couldn't roll out after the ulti, which is usually the safe play. I'm already staggered here. Also my summoner is staggered here too. What I could have done there is auto attack right after, and then just delay it so I could roll out or go into super armors. Alright. He spun. He did a reverse stomp into an ulti, which is the exact same thing I did. But if you notice, give me a sec, let's play it all the way through. If you notice, it's a bit slower because he had my debuff, which is a attack speed and movement speed slow, still for 0.8 seconds. So I was lucky there that he was still attack speed slow. I was able to dodge his ulti just by rolling out. So I took no damage from that, and then I went straight into a earthquake wave to try and CC him if he went for super armor options afterwards. Instead he rolled. I went for the identity, gives me full CC immunity and also knocks up people around me. And then I just reposition. He is in his identity mode too now. I'm moving. He got a juggle on me. Whoops. He got phoenixed. And go with the red dust. He got frozen here, so this is a good opportunity for me to just finish him off. It's first step. Summoner's outside, it's rolling. Does F to stun him. This here is just going onto different targets as they're spawning, so they don't just collapse on us. So I moved him over to me, and I also read his Tempest Wave. I went with a counter super armor knock, which is Final Strike, and I was able to knock him. Unfortunately here, I have nothing left to continue my escape, so I just went for this stomp here. If this stomp lands, all his attacks would be slower, and I would be able to dodge. Instead, I wasn't able to get it off in time. And just auto attacked. But I actually still did escape in the end. Alright, we should watch more. that there was a lucky Tempest Wave. If he initiated on me with a dash or anything, I'll lift him up instead. Instead, he went for the whirlwind towards my summoner, but startup animation was too long and he got hit by my last hit of Tempest. That was my super armor, which was really a really good read on my part.
ブレードにやられてんだ。
He was just changing target there instead of continuing to attack on me, which is what a lot of new players do. They just tunnel one person, like I was there. Instead, he turned around and tried to peel for his summoner, which is what you should be doing in high level play. You want to just peel whenever you can, focus more on peeling rather than finishing off your combos. Yep, so maybe with 0 ping, he might have not gotten hit with that, but I was able to get the last hit on him, so he got knocked down there. And right there, he's just holding. He was just holding his roll because he wasn't pressured at all, and that's why I also came back in and stomped him. That applies a slow for about, I believe it's like 5 seconds, or is it 3? So right now he's all groggy. Went on this guy. And from here, I got an earthquake wave from his blind spot. So right there, he did not see me at all. And I'm already in the air here, just shooting. I died by Phoenix. Oh, we can look at that from my POV too. Right here, he can't see me on his screen. So usually I take screen advantage here and try to stun him from outside. Something you should keep in mind. And this is where the stun comes. And I hit him there. And that was good damage before I died. I was only like 1% anyway. So it was good damage. We'll keep watching my POV. So this is where I went straight to the back line. Because someone's not paying attention. He's using a skill on another guy. I see him stunned. I see him lifted up here. So I just continue the alley-oop. Continue juggling him for more damage into a bleed. He also had no roll here, so he just died. Right here, instead of finishing my final strike, I just jumped on the blaster to get rid of his roll. So here, this guy just respawned. Shakin is still dead. He won't be up for a while. Double stun here. A slow in the middle. And good combo. That was a good stun there. If I had super low ping, it might have staggered him, but I'm not really sure. It's too close to tell. If I reacted in time as well, I could have spaced out. But this is again on low ping. He did the same with me. So I was lifted by the horses from the summoner, and then he went with the alley-oop. The blader was up here, being a nuisance to his teammates. Instead of chasing me for damage, he turned up and I went for the peel. I got staggered here. That's my bad. I should have been more disciplined with auto attacking, because auto attacking gives you stagger resist, and that Gatling wouldn't have staggered me there. He went for the stomp here too, but luckily I had this meme cloud. It staggered his stomp. For berserker stomps, you don't want to use it in a risky situation. You always want to use it when you won't get interrupted by any staggers, because it has no super armor at all. So this meme cloud, people don't really use it, but it actually helped me there because it staggered him, so I didn't get stumped and I was able to escape. Kumo, just cloud in Japanese. I saw him roll here just now, and then he went for the Tempest up. So from here, I had free reign on my Earthquake Wave here, just to stun, and then even deal damage to the blaster. Would have been better if I stunned the blaster too, but he still has his CC immunity right here. Oh, actually, I did get him. Got red dust on him, and really good damage. And then I just reposition. No need to... What is it? No need to tunnel your opponents and deal more damage. It's just better to reposition and have a look at what's happening. And from here, I knew that he was just knocked down, and he has no roll. And from here, I just continue the juggle. And usually when you land on the ground, you can get knocked up 3 more times, as long as you don't take too long. From there, I knocked up and gave him a bloody rush. Just the Zerga skill. And then I just reposition. Got knocked up, stunned. It was really nice. Good damage on me, but I was able to get out. He's trying to chase, but then my summoner here had a really good electric ball. So now he's stunned and he's gonna get punished for it, for being too aggressive. Very nice. Punish, and this is where he's spaced, and that's where I punished him with the earthquake wave. Rolled for safety. He already got knocked up, so now I'm safe here. Just get into a knock up, into a bloody rush.
どこ見てんだよ、
He's chased, and he got punished here.
きついな
Look on my POV. Watch from here. I went for a stun into something like red dust, which doesn't have super armor. I would have got caught by this summoner's stagger. So instead of staying there and doing like as much damage as I can, I could have went for this as well, for the final strike. But it's better to just reposition myself to be out of the summoner range. So I just reposition into damage instead, because the summoner does have electric balls, which could peel for this guy. And then I just went for a red dust, and oh, I got electric ball anyway. But that's my fault. I should have not commit too hard. As that's the thing, Zerkers have slow super armors. So if you go, and I also used my roll already, so if you use your hard CCs on Zerkers and they don't have their space up, it's really good punish. Chasing. Went for a stomp there. Unfortunately he rolled it, but then I was able to get a Tempest on him before I died, which is really nice. I was able to do a ton of damage, a good Phoenix for my teammate. Nice. So what he did there was, he was going for a safe super armor option, but then he saw that I went for the better option, so instead he spaced it and then went for a quick Tempest on me. And then into a stomp as well. But yeah, so it's Tempest into a stomp, which prevents me from rolling. Because right here, I have my roll up, so if he didn't stomp me there, I could roll right away and not take as much damage. Good thing I didn't take any damage anyway, because these guys didn't have much to nuke me with. I was able to peel, good peel right there. Good damage, because Blast is in his turret. That again right there was going from his blind spot, but it was a tad too close. So I think the screen is like there, so he saw me on his POV. So he was able to space out instead of getting surprised. And it was probably keeping awareness of where I was, because I did it earlier to him in the game. So right there, he was able to see me right there, casting up my stun. And right here, I did the same thing to him. I was getting stunned, but then I spaced and tempested him up like what he did to me earlier. A bit of revenge. He's from my POV. He dodged that. He went for the stun, and then I spaced and lifted them up. And then just went away.
いや、それないだろ。バカタレ、死ぬぞ。マジで。前出るなよ。前出るのマジで死ぬぞ、それ。ワーフォー。
He saw the blader coming from this area right here, so he wanted to see if he can get initiate on him. But then he saw late circle that was left by the blader, and instead of just getting knocked out, he spaced it. And he was stunned here, so I just went for the blade, which finishes him off. Very good. What the blaster did there was he spaced right away. Space for movement is usually not a good option, because space is like one of your strongest CC immune skills. But then blasters are also clunky, so he's a bit slow. It's just one of his movement skills. Or maybe even only movement skill, I'm pretty sure. And he went for this, the stun. Wait, let's take a look again. I went for auto attacks and I saw her in space already. So once he got into a stun range, I quickly dashed away and continued auto attacking if he went for Gatlings instead of a stun. The cloud here actually staggered him for a bit, so I was able to get my my stun off here. Although I also did get stunned by the summoner. Not able to combo. Good frost. It was just like right on the edge. That's a very long cast time, that bloody rush. So when you can, you should punish it, because Zerkers can't space out of it. The bloody rush that he was using right there, the stab. They're chasing the blader. And no luck. And I'm just getting knocked. Like GG. In these games, I'm also doing duoing with my Aussie mate. He's new to the game. It's still doing like decent, I guess. The next few games, I don't think I have my POV. Let's see.
Oh, that's your
So we went for knock, double knock there, and went for the double Zerk ulti. I also went for the ulti there because I think I saw him stomped the other guy on the other side. That's a quick triple kill. Playing the horn. You gotta make sure you play the horn. It's good stuff. Damage. He didn't have auto attack discipline right there. Was staggered, unfortunate. And the ulting, good thing he dodged out. Probably skip most of this. We just had a team wipe. That's okay, a reset. Tried to get the stomp because he had immunity. When you're spawning, you can just take advantage of the immunity bubble and then just go out and then use your stomp. It's kind of safe. You see me doing it later. Okay. Here we go. Some good damage here. Was able to get red dust, 2 stomps, and then I got my red dust to hit into his final strike. Good damage.
Sloth carry.
And
Yeah, yes.
yeah.
PvP. Kill steal? Fuck yeah.